That's very soft. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to our board meeting this evening. It is December the 13th at 5:30 p.m. We have our regular board meeting. We're going to begin with the Pledge of Allegiance, followed by the prayer.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Gracious Father, we thank you so much for this opportunity to come together to discuss and deliver the business school district. I ask that you would bless the schools, the students, parents, families, and bless us as we choose to do the things that are right and beneficial for our students. Thank you for this holiday season. May it be a great one, a relaxing one, and a good one for all of us. In the precious name of Mary's little baby, Jesus.
Thank you, Dr. Goodman. We'll begin with roll call item 1.03 for the record. Karen Chancey is not here tonight. All of the other board members are present, including our council and Superintendent Bennett. And let's begin with item 2, the ratification of the organizational meeting from November the 18th, items 2.02 through 2.06. I'll take a motion for ratification of the organizational meeting.
Madam Chairman, I, after looking over the minutes, would like to make a motion to approve items 201 through 206, ratification of our organizational meeting.
Okay.
Second.
Is that Ms. Schoeneman?
Yeah.
Okay, motion by Dr. Goodman, seconded by Ms. Schoeneman. Any other comments or questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Item number 3, approval of minutes.
I motion to approve minutes, item 301.
Thank you.
Okay, this will be for item 3.01 and 3.02.
3.01 and 3.02.
Okay, thank you very much. So motion by Ms. Schoeneman, seconded by Dr. Goodman. Any other questions? All in favor? Aye. Motion carries. Item number 4, Mrs. Johnston.
Nothing for you at this time. Thank you.
Down to number 5, Dr. Bennett.
Yes, just for public record, I was going to have Marcus Allen address our purchase of technology. It's item number 936. This was approved. The contract was board approved by the previous board, but with 3 new board members coming on, I think it would probably be good for Marcus to give the board members as well as general public sort of the state of the spec of our technology.
So what is presented there, the previous is replace our physical infrastructure in the district. It was originally installed in 2006. As you know, technology changes.
2007.
We went 15 years. So yeah, what we originally were looking for was kind of a 5 to 7 year plan. For it, went out to bid for it. We actually got something more 9, 12 year plan for the same cost as what we were anticipating. 5 to 7 year plan. Elected to go with that outcome, which will be a good state for at least 10 years at this point. But yeah, so right now it's our most aged part of the district, and everything kind of relies on it. So without that, it's a little difficult to use wireless or computers or anything like that.
Any questions, board members? Okay, Marcus, I appreciate it. Real quick, while Marcus is up there, I want to recognize something Marcus has done. And I'm going to tell you, this is almost embarrassing. Marcus found out that we have cell phones in the district, and our phone bill is approximately $3,800, and we're fixing to slash that. We have slashed that to next to nothing. Marcus has been a good steward of public money. He's found cost savings for us. He's found infrastructure needs that we've got to have as a district going forward. He's found funding that won't impact the fund balance for the district, and this is hopefully a piece that will take care of of our students K through 12 for a long, long time. The way testing's moved, even though we reduced testing with the best standards and so forth, we've actually increased the number of grades that are being computer tested. So, that we'll have K through 12 that are taking some kind of a state assessment on computers. And Marcus, I appreciate it. Let me be clear with the public and the board, this is not going to be a quick fix. This is going to be a months out process. What are you thinking?
Yeah,
Between
so the initial order was placed, they kind of ordered 12 to 15 months before the equipment would arrive. So at which point it'll be a several month process. Sell it and configure it for group.
So 15 months conservatively?
Yeah.
So we
Magic shows up. Just arrives, which is possible. I can hope for that.
Marcus, thank you so much.
Yeah, no problem.
The next thing up is data meetings. We've had our data meetings with our data meetings from all the first quarter data and so forth with our principals. We'll have a second quarter data meeting with them after we come back in January. I'll tell you, it's tough in schools. It's tough in homes. I ride around with a county. I see a lot of blue tarts and a lot of houses. I talk to people that are still dislocated. Flexibility had to be the key, but that being the case, we are still seeing a lot of good things, a lot of good positive things happening with students in the district that I want to have that shared with the board and the public in January. We'll go over some of those data pieces. Much like we did last year, it'll be a little bit longer process, but I really think that at the end of the day, everybody employed in the district, from the superintendent down, is in here for the best interest of students, and that's what it's all about. I often tell folks that I use the Bennett child rule, that I don't want anybody else's child to have to deal with anything that my child wouldn't. And I want those children to have the same opportunities that my children have. And it's just so essential. Again, I'd like to take this opportunity, this first board meeting of our new board, that our focus has got to be laser like on K through 3 literacy, because after third grade, it is level to decline performance for these children. We owe it to the children, the families, the parents, the community, the DeSoto County as a whole, to produce a good citizenry that we so desire. They need to have those backgrounds developed. So we're going to push on it. By the same time, we're so appreciative of everything that our teachers have done and continue. They've got the same issues that families have, because they're families. And when we close, I'll address the teacher piece in a little different light. To close, the next thing that I have is I'd like to recognize Mr. Hendricks. This will be his last meeting with us. He is moving back to Georgia. He had a few things that came up that were issues that were outside of his control, and he's going to have to return to Georgia. Mr. Hendricks, I appreciate all that you've done. You've left our district in a better place than it was when you came, and I've never heard anything from anybody that dealt with you other than how professional and kind you were. And I do appreciate your service, and I'm sure this board appreciates your service. Thank you so much for giving your time and coming to DeSoto County to be a part of our family.
Thank you.
I want to address the teacher bonuses. There's been some questions about that, and I'm going to try to do that the very best that I can. That is really controlled by the Bureau of School Improvement. So you could be the most outstanding teacher in DeSoto County schools. You could have the highest band score in DeSoto County schools. And if you're not a teacher at Nocatee, a middle school, or West Elementary, you're not eligible for that. And I'll tell you, that's one of those things I absolutely hate it. I hate it when we do something for one and we can't give it to everybody. But that's a state of Florida rule, not a Bobby Bennett rule. And I'll tell you something, as much as I dislike that part of it, I'm so proud that we can compensate some highly effective and effective people. At least we've got that. It would be my wish that everybody that we could give those kind of bonuses, and that we were a district that was in a position to do that, because I'm telling you, they absolutely earn every cent of it. Toughest job in America right now. I'm just going to tell you right now, is standing before a blackboard or teaching. And it's in Florida, it's in Alabama, it's in Georgia, it's everywhere. It's not an easy job. It's just, I guess it's not for the faint-hearted, because it is tough. Right? And it's not a fault of DeSoto County, it's not a fault of our families, it's the same way everywhere. Things have changed, technology pieces have changed. It is what it is. We don't make excuses. We're going to take our kids where they're at when they come in day one, and we're going to love them, and we're going to make them better, and we're going to work for improvement. Our goal is always going to be to see growth in our students. Our teachers, I believe, are working for that goal every day in class. Again, I'm not making any excuses. Don't want any sympathy, but I do want everybody to keep our teachers in your prayers and understand what a difficult job they have, because they love your children just like you love your children. And they want to see them successful. They want to give them the basic, the framework to really take it, to make it a springboard from DeSoto County to the world, and hopefully to come back and contribute to this community or other communities within the state or outside of the state of Florida. We wish them all the best of luck. I'm really proud of some of the things that have went on, but I'm not, there's other pieces that got to get better. And again, I'm telling you, that focus has got to be K-1 too. And I want to be clear, everybody in our audience, our viewing audience, and our board, that is going to be my number one priority moving on. I'm very proud of our high school graduation rate last year. Testing was in excess of 80%. But do you know what that graduation rate will do when our kids are leaving third grade and we've got 70% of them reading proficiently? Instead of having 32, 33, 35, 38%, that graduation rate will exceed 90%. Okay, and that's got to be our goal as a family of schools. And I hate to be on a soapbox with it, but again, that's the central mission we have, is to educate these children, to prepare them for life. And I want you ladies to feel free to look at our strategic plan, and we'll update that as we move. But that was one of the things that we're reaching out for reaccreditation, was the new strategic plan. They absolutely, the Cognia folks, embrace that. They embrace the direction we're going. I'm going to have Jake visit with the public and the board members and our population in the room in January, or possibly February. In February, they want Assistant Superintendent Reynolds to present what we're doing with our school improvement to other schools that are in that turnaround type status. You know, I think we're doing some very good things, but let me tell you something. The toughest job in the school district is sitting in that classroom and teaching. I assure you of that. And being a paraprofessional, that is not easy. Being a bus driver, these are all jobs that invest your heart, your soul in them. And I'm telling you, our teachers, our parents, our bus drivers, our cafeteria folks, our custodians, they love these kids and they want to see them have a future. They want to have a hope in the future. And they're doing all they can. I salute them. Second semester, I'm going to do something again that I question the wisdom of, but I'm going to venture back in the classroom as a substitute again. I need to do that just so I don't forget what it's. And I'm telling you, I take my hat off to a substitute teacher. Again, that's not an easy job. When I went in as a substitute, I felt like it was Custer, a little big one, you know, because I couldn't get the technology to work for me the last time I did it. And I'm trying to teach a bunch of kids, and these guys are better with technology than I am. And I've got a doctorate in online education. So, you know, just keep all of our employees. That's from substitutes, custodians, teachers, bus drivers, cafeteria folks, district level. We all want to see our students successful, and we're driven to see that success. You know, one of the things we're going to do, we're going to have conversations about finances, making sure that we're being good stewards of public dollars. And I want everybody to know this in advance. We're going to do a needs assessment before we spend a federal dollar. We try to do a needs assessment within our school, those title dollars, to make sure they're targeted to where our principals need money to go, to where our teachers need that money to go. And our past practices, we would often take too much of those funds and roll them over to the tune of 25% some years. That's not the intent of it. That's not what we did last year. And that's, as long as I'm superintendent, we'll not do that again. One of the things that the federal audit found, that we had not done a needs assessment in a proper way. And one of our previous directors that is no longer with the district conducted said needs assessment. We can't allow those things to happen. And I'm not going to blame anybody but the superintendent of schools, because you know what? The buck stops with me. So that being said, moving forward, and last spring, I thought we had a tremendous did a good job identifying federal funds. We're going to do an even better job identifying them this spring. We're going to find things that are going to make a difference in our children's lives and our employees' lives, and ultimately in the health and the vitality of our community in DeSoto County and Arcadia and our outlying areas, including Fort Ogden, where I was raised, Mr. out. That being the case, that's all I have on this portion. And I'll have a piece I'd like to circle back to on the second round of superintendent comments, Madam Chair.
Thank you, sir. Item number 6, public presentations. Is there anyone in the public that wishes to address the board on a non-agended item?
An agenda item. On 6.
Okay, I'm sorry, it doesn't say specifically, and I wrote
Yeah, that's fine.
non-agended, so we'll do agended item to begin with. Agended item, neither? Got it.
Non-agenda.
Thank you.
Yeah, nothing else.
They're both non-agenda, I suppose, yes. All right, item number 7, financial reports. I'll take a motion to approve financial reports, please.
Make a motion to approve the financial reports.
I have a motion by Ms. Mercer. Do I have a second? Second. Second by Ms. Schooneman. Any other questions or discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries. Item number 8, routine business. A motion to approve routine business.
Motion to approve routine business.
Second.
Motion by Ms. Schooneman, seconded by Dr. Goodman. Any other questions? All in favor?
Aye.
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 Motion carries. Along with that, I would just like to say, Mr. Hendricks, I did see your retirement papers in there, your papers for this being your last day, and we do wish you
Thank you.
the best, yes. And just as Dr. Bennett said, I've never heard a single word spoken about you that was nothing but how kind and helpful you are, yes.
I thought the worst thing you could say about Mr. Hendricks is a Georgia Bulldog.
Go Bulldogs.
All right, item number 9, new business.
Motion to approve new business. And I second.
Motion by Ms. Schooneman, seconded by Ms. Mercer. Any other comments on this?
I was very impressed by the number of awards and the amount of money that we're bringing in, applying for these grants and the hard work that instructional services, transportation, food services have put in and bringing it in. I'm very, very impressed.
Yes.
Thank you. They've worked their fingers to the bone.
Yes.
They have been diligent and tireless for us. And that's all of our staff. and stuff.
Yes.
Really been
Awesome.
tremendous. Thank you for that,
Yes.
Dr. Goodman.
It's nice to see also Mr. Payne has done a good job on that, the driving choice grant,
Yes.
getting
Yes.
something for our bus drivers.
Absolutely.
Yes.
And I wish we could just give everybody this huge, as you alluded to earlier, everybody would like to give them all giant pay raises.
Yes.
Unfortunately, we cannot. So it's nice when folks go out and do these extra little pieces like applying for the grants
Mhm.
to bring in stipends here and there. So it's very helpful. So kudos to him for that. Any other discussion? Okay, we have a motion and a second. So all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion carried. That brings us back to you, Dr. Bennett.
Yes, ma'am. First of all, I'd like to encourage all of our teachers, all of our employees, hang in there. It has been tough. When you have a hurricane, it's a life changer. It's a disruptor. It's disruptive. I'd like to encourage our families to hang in there because some folks have it very, very, very tough. Those folks that still aren't out of the storm, those people that are displaced. We've got bus routes that have been reworked. I made an executive decision as superintendent. We had children that were going to have to move to a different school that already moved to a different school prior to the hurricane. And we were going to find a way to get them bused to where they were supposed to be because I don't believe kids don't need that kind of disruption in their lives. It is absolutely tough. And I do appreciate everything our teachers have done. I appreciate all our families have done. They have hung in there. I'm telling you, we're in a position right now where everybody can be tense and short-tempered and ill. And I see very little of that. I mean, very little of it. I'll talk to parents and they're cordial. They want the best thing for their children. I talk to teachers and I tell you, teachers, the one thing I'd say to you is don't feel pressure. Feel that we're trying to improve and we're in this thing together. Nothing, I don't expect perfection right now. I just expect effort, the best effort we can give. And I encourage our teachers, don't ever fear failure. Don't ever fear failure. I've told my principals, I'm not concerned about school grade always as much as I am the mechanics of how school operates. Because if you run school right, If the business of school's taken care of, school grades are gonna follow. But, again, part of it, though, we've got to get these children taught to read, kindergarten, first and second. And I believe that's our responsibility as a district. I'd like to have the parents partner with us, but we're going to take those children wherever they are. And I just want to tell our teachers, I'm so proud of you. Our paras and our bus drivers, our principals, our assistant principals. Everybody's got a story. Everybody doesn't always share that story with us. A lot of people are very proud. And I am so proud of the effort they've given us, how they've given themselves. We've had folks that were working on the job and their homes were destroyed. They couldn't get in their homes after the hurricane. And I hope they have a Merry Christmas. I hope they can appreciate little things. That's my one challenge to all of us, is to find something to be thankful about. And don't let the weight of worry weigh us down. Enjoy each other, enjoy our children, enjoy our schools. That being the case, Amy and I and our family would like to wish everybody in this district, children, parents, employees, community members, a very Merry Christmas for the Bennett's. And I hope 2023, my wish is that it's a happy new year and a great year for our school district, our family, our communities. I'd like to see these roofs fixed around our school district, around our homes. I just thank the Lord that we've seen the progress that we have, and we've seen some things. I thank our other county government, city government for the jobs that they've done getting our town back in line and our county back in line. And I know we've got a ways to go, but you know what? If we'll get together, a wagon load's pretty doggone heavy. And if you pull one way and I pull the other way, it almost becomes impossible to pull said wagon. But if we'll all pull the same direction, have the same purpose, the same vision, same mission, talk with the same language, that these kids are capable and they're going to cross the finish line. And the class of 2023 is going to be outstanding. It says the class of 2031 and 2032, and that we're going to have a legacy. You know what we'll find? Those kids will cross that finish line. We're all pulling the same direction. And again, toughest job in the district, parapros, school teachers, I salute you. I'm going to find out what it's like in January because I'm going to bow up and get some. Merry Christmas to each and every one of you. Again, from the Bennett family. And thank you so much for allowing me to be.
Thank you, sir.
All right. I don't know if we can follow that or not, but we're going to try. Number 11, public presentations. Anyone in the public wishes to address the board on a non-agenda item?
Yes, ma'am.
Earlier, yes.
Well, you had to correct me earlier in my
Yes.
pictures.
We have Mr. Howard and then Mr. Woodrum, I believe they both turned in cards.
Good afternoon, Mr. Howard. PO Box 284, Fort Ogden, Florida, 34367. Congratulations to our new school board members.
Thank you.
Thank you for being part of government. We need people in our schools and in our community that are part of it to make our country continue to be the greatest country in the world. And thank you for that prayer. Isn't it great that we have a freedom in this country that we can pray openly? And isn't it great that we have prayer at our school board meeting? Too bad we don't have more prayer throughout our school district. So I appreciate that. I'm a Christian myself as well, believe in Jesus Christ. I haven't been visiting the school board lately. I was busy with summer. My kids kept me so busy, so I didn't come see you as much as I wanted. And then Hurricane Ian came, and I've been cleaning up my own mess at Fort Ogden, and got busy with work and all of those things. So, but I'm going to try to continue to come visit you. I previously made some recommendations to this board. Some of those recommendations haven't been made. Some of those I don't know if you followed any action on those, but I'll bring those up at a later date and follow up with those things. With that, I'll leave it at that. It's just a Merry Christmas and I have a few gifts for you today, for you elected officials.
Thank you.
So anyhow, Miss Chancey's not here today, so I'm going to give you hers.
If it's not lipstick, I'm okay with it. We'll get it to him.
Get that.
Thank you, sir.
Thank
Thank-
you. I
thank you so
noticed
much.
it is
Got your
not, it
face on there.
is not Trisha's cake. So
My wife made that.
That's very-
And then-
It's a nice touch.
Oh, and the leadership. Facebook posts, and whatever posts I saw from my wife's phone, you know, showing the leadership of doing what we can through our community. I think it's a great job, as have everybody, you know, in our community is working. Definitely some great job. You know,
Thank you, Mr. Howard.
Thank you, Mr. Howard. Next, we have Dave Woodrum.
All right, good, members of the board, thank you. Dave Woodruff, for the record, 34 El Verano Avenue, Arcadia, 34266. I'm here tonight for the last time. This is my last hurrah here with y'all, and I don't think it could be a better way to part, to see this board back at full strength again. That excites me a lot, because I know it's been hard to run not just one member down, but two members down. I have the utmost respect for our board and weathering that until we are back to full strength again. But if you will permit me tonight to simply leave you with some parting words, maybe a challenge for you moving forward into the coming year and the years beyond. One of the things that we've been noticing is we've been tracking with the school system now for some time, and that is the hemorrhaging. And I use that term very carefully, but the hemorrhaging of staff. It's been very tough. And I know Dr. Bennett mentioned it earlier in his presentation that this has been a rough go. But I'm a firm believer that no matter what educational strategy we want to implement, it means nothing if these kids have no stability. That is my personal belief, because these kids need stability more than anything. And I can attest, I got 3 of them sitting with me here tonight. And so I hope, and my challenge to you as a board is that not that this would become a future agenda item, that it would become a priority, not just to bolster our staff here in the district, but it would be your mission to get really maybe to dig underneath and find out why. Why have we been having such staffing struggle? Why are teachers that were considered to be teachers of the year are now suddenly leaving the district? There's something going on. And I think this board, now that you are at full strength again, this is something that you and as the administration, I would hope to see you really dig into. And because if we don't figure out what the cause is of some of this, then the issues are just going to keep happening. And when you have students and teachers and staff that have constant turnover, no one is getting the stability that they need in order to thrive and to give their very best, whether it be student or staff. So that is my challenge to you, if you will, from the words of somebody who will not be here much longer. But just because I'm not taking up this cause here, where I'm going, we'll be doing this there too. But I love this county. I have bled for this county. And I want what is best for this county. Like I believe every one of you on this stage. And so I want to leave that with you. It's just my way of saying, I love you and I care for you all. I care for this district and I want to see you all do the best that you can. And so please make it a priority to really dig into this and hopefully find a way to kind of stave off the flow of teachers and staff, that it's not just first year teachers that are coming and going. These are now veteran teachers and staff that are coming and going. And this isn't good. It's not healthy for the district. And so that is just my loving challenge to you that I hope that you will consider, that you will think about, and do some investigative work. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, we will move on to item number 12, board member comments. Dr. Goodman?
Enjoyed the SBA conference. Was very impressed that our 2 veteran board members were very well taken on the state, and congratulating them on becoming a part of the nominating committee and Chancy is also secretary for one of the committees at the state level. That really impressed me. And so I was very proud of DeSoto at that meeting. 95 of us were new board members. So there was a lot of inspiration, a lot of networking, a lot of opportunities to go to different sessions and learn lots. And I'm very, very excited about it. Already said that I was very impressed in looking when I was going through the agenda and looking at the amount of work that discussed policy. And I appreciate that. Did go around to all the schools and it was well received in all of the schools. It's a little different going in because I'm accustomed to going in first of all as a teacher or a principal. So now to be going in as a school board member, it's a little different, but it's still with the same heart of love. So Merry Christmas to all of you. Happy New Year. And I look forward to when we get back after Christmas holiday, digging in and get her done.
Thank you. I'm glad you took some time to visit. Yes, that's very good. Ms. Mercer.
Just reiterate some of what she said. The FSBA meeting was very informative for us. We learned quite a bit. Long days, but we learned quite a bit. The networking and the different things that we did were, I think, very important for us to get to know some veteran members as long as they're new board members and see what they did in different districts. So very eager to get started.
Okay, thank you. Ms. Schoeneman?
Yes, I am very blessed to have been able to have the opportunity to go to the Florida School Board Association and be part of the new member training. Lots of information. So we're just soaking it all in, and it was a great launching off point, you know, as a new school board member. So I'm appreciative of that. Last week I got to join the calendar committee, and they have been very busy so far this year and getting close in the next couple months of releasing the 23-24 school year calendar, working closely together, making sure the dates, you know, are best for everybody as best they can get it. So that was good. And I've thoroughly enjoyed seeing pictures and hearing about all the festive activities at all the schools. And I just want to commend the staff and the teachers and even parents, you know, because some of these kids are getting dressed up every day as something different, you know, for that activity. And it takes a lot of effort. And, you know, that effort isn't just for today. It's creating memories for these kids that'll last a lifetime. And these kids have had, you know, a rough go this year. So, and the last several years. So I think that's important. And just thank you for that. And just in conclusion for me, Merry Christmas. I hope everybody has a wonderful holiday. I hope they can take time to relax and reflect and just be present with their family. So stay safe, and we'll see you in the new year.
Very good. Thank you. Yeah, it is a hard time of year for parents having to do all of these. What do you need for this party? What do you need for that party? Yeah, lots of those things. So thank you for that. I do want to make note, you mentioned earlier, Dr. Bennett, will be doing some workshops starting in January. The school board will, and we'll have various directors from different departments here so we can get everybody up to speed. It, like FSBA was a lot, and it's, you know, we need to get that down at our micro level too, and how things work here in our district. So we'll be getting those set up for January. He's already on the ball with it. So we'll have it organized soon. I want to thank our DeSoto County Education Foundation. They have distributed all but the last few dollars of the dollars that was sent out to each of the school districts through our governor. And I would also like to note that we've got master board training to be organized. So everyone has decided, yes, we want to do master board, and we've been master board certified for the last several years. We'll continue that again, and that will happen again. And Dr. Bennett just reminded me, December 27th, we will not be having a meeting. We typically do not meet that week of Christmas, so we will be canceling that meeting. So you can, if you had that on your calendars, yay, surprise, you have some time off. I expected that everyone would not have that. All right, so we're down to item number 13 and adjournment. I'll take a motion for adjournment.
Make a motion to adjourn.
A second.
Okay, motion by Ms. Mercer, seconded by Ms. Schoeneman. All in favor?
Aye.
It is 6:05 and we are officially